I have always known that I wanted to work in technology, and I've chosen what to study in college and what to do next after that, always having that in mind, and that was one of my biggest drivers.
I always wanted to be a designer of something. I started as graphic designer, but I quickly understand what my passion was. I realized how technology could help me getting close to what I really like to do, solving problems through technology.
I wrote my first line of code when I was already in college. I always enjoy logical stuff over just memorizing things. So I decided to give computer science a try, and it's perfect for me. I really love it.
No, I recently changed careers because I wanted a more rewarding job, and this is a perfect match.
Well, not exactly. I didn't know what I wanted to do in the first place, but I always let everything happen naturally, so working in technology was spontaneous. But if I think about it, I always had the curiosity to know how things work, so probably everyone had this feeling except from me.
I think exposing young girls to tech and making it exciting and not intimidating just like they do to boys. I think tech to me means creativity and innovation, and women have a lot of it to offer.
Universities, along with companies, need to send out their female leaders as ambassadors to establish a new generation of role models.
Put women in leadership positions, promote gender equality, and reduce the stereotype threat on job interviews.
Today, more and more girls are involved to tech industry. So just we need to show we are really enjoying with this profession, and we need to know we don't have to be workaholic.
Although there is still an obvious male dominance in tech, I think what needs to be done to address this issue is already being done in companies like ours. This means actively creating more opportunities for women, acknowledging their value, the value of their work, and investing in education and information from an early age.
On a typical day, I normally start to look at my colleagues' message and some emails. After I have a daily meeting with all my team where we synchronize and organize our work for the day. And after depending that meeting, I just go to do some code, bug fixing, whatever the team needs me to do. So that's a typical day for me.
A typical working day for me is like I arrive to work and I check everything I've done yesterday to be updated with any modifications my colleagues made. And this part is important to communicate with my colleagues. The communication in tech is really important because you exchange information, you gain knowledge, and you keep the flow of everything happening. I'm making all the mandatory things I have to do with my team. Actually, I'm solving problems all the day because the tech is about problems, about solving, challenging, struggling, interesting, full of functionality problems. After I'm finishing my typical day at work, I go home and there start a new job. It's a job of being a mom.
I design software to help BMW employees to perform their daily tasks.
As a UX designer, I don't have a typical day, but I always try to do one thing. In the morning, I take 1 hour to research and learn about what's going on in the field.
The best thing of being a woman in tech is that I can change things from the inside to help our organizations to give equal opportunities to all genders.
The best part is having a role in shaping the future.
I think that one of the perks of being a woman in tech is that right now there's a lot of awareness around the gender gap in the tech industry, and people are realizing that this gap comes from misinformation and education. So do not allow yourself to be intimidated by a room full of men, and empower other women.
This is a very dynamic, fast-paced environment where every day something new happens. It's never boring.
Yes, there's a lack of women in technology. It's a reality even nowadays. Today we are facing big changes in the tech world, especially regarding tech leadership. We need to change this reality. Every day, new challenges appear, and we women love changes. Together, we can change the way the world moves.
Yes, and I think that one reason for that is due to the lack of role models for women in technology sector. And I think this is mainly down to the gender stereotype of boys being better at science and maths.
Yes, for historical and cultural reasons. Because there was this old and wrong idea that the IT world was meant only for men. And we all grew up with this barrier, and in the past, only a few women could even think about technology. But reality is changing now, and we see in this world a chance for a demanding career and also a chance for equality.
So, my big advice is to be aware about everything. In our days, the tech industry grows so fast, a few days without new knowledge is a really bad day.
If you're considering a career in tech, it's because you love to code, design or define tech products. So just follow your dreams, challenge yourself every time, and then just keep a learning mindset.
I'd say yes, definitely go for it. I think this area of technology needs more women, and I think it changes the way you see the world, and it brings a lot of new opportunities.
In a world designed for men, clearly, I think it's important to always stand up for yourself in this industry, to not be afraid to dive into unknown fields and keep learning. And remember that results have no gender.
If you like challenges and if you like this tech world, just go for it. Don't be afraid to ask questions, be humble, keep learning, and believe in yourself. Don't compare yourself with others, but only with yourself. Here you can make a difference, leave your mark, and inspire other women to do the same.
Well, I think the biggest challenge is actually to inspire young girls to pursue a career in tech. It's our mission to break prejudice on women taking leading positions in the academy and on leading positions that impact the economy. And I think a kickstart is thinking about how we can share our knowledge.
I would list 3 main challenges that I've encountered in the tech area. The first one is the lack or very few female role models in development and leadership roles. The second is just getting your point across and having your opinions and inputs heard and valued when you're working with a team. And the third one, I think, is breaking with the preconceived idea that showing emotion is a bad thing or a negative thing, and that people that show emotion shouldn't be taken as seriously in the workplace.
I think the biggest challenge for women in tech is to find a role model because there aren't so many women working in this industry.
So if you're entering the tech worlds now, maybe your biggest challenge will to get there and feel that you don't fit in. And that's normal because probably you're going to be in a team or even a company full of men. But that's okay. You just have to remember that your voice matters, your opinion matters, and don't feel that you need to shut up.